Hello and welcome. Recently, on 11th April 2023, the government has introduced a relief measure for MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises. The objective of this scheme is to support MSMEs who have been facing difficulties due to COVID-19. Actually, this scheme was proposed in the Union Budget and now it has been implemented. This scheme is exclusively for MSME suppliers and it's called Vivad Se Vishwas1. It is active from 17th April 2023 and it's going to be valid till 30th June 2023. Now, if you are an MSME, from this scheme, you can be benefited in two different ways. One, you can get back 95% of the money that you have paid to central government entities. And this money should have been paid as bid or performance security, that is earnest money deposit or security deposit, and such security money should have been forfeited. That is, it is treated as fine and not refunded to you, say because you have not made the supply or for any other reason. Or if you have paid damages in connection with execution of any contract. Second benefit, you have an option to apply for revocation of debarment order. If you are debarred, that is, if you are disqualified from participating in any tender, then you now have an option to apply for cancellation of such disqualification. To get these benefits, you have to meet certain eligibility criteria. If you satisfy those conditions, then you would be able to claim refund or apply for revocation, and all this can be done online. So in today's video, let's take a deep dive and understand all about this scheme, Vivad Se Vishwas1. First, we are going to see who can be benefited from it. Then, what are the conditions that you need to satisfy? And if you are eligible, then we will see how can you claim refund or apply for revocation online. Let's now see who can take benefit of this scheme. First, you need to be an MSME. For those who are not familiar, let's understand what's MSME. For the purpose of MSMEs, organizations can be classified as manufacturers, traders and service providers. Now, these organizations have to satisfy composite criteria, that is investment in plant and machinery or equipment and turnover. If the investment in plant and machinery or equipment is up to 1 crore and turnover is up to 5 crore, then such organizations are micro enterprises. If the investment is over 1 crore but it is up to 10 crore plus turnover is over 5 crore and it is up to 50 crore, then these are small enterprises. If the investment is over 10 crore but it is up to 50 crore plus turnover is over 50 crore but it is up to 250 crore, then such organizations are medium enterprises. This is how we get MSME. It's not enough if you just meet these requirements. You also have to get yourself registered as an MSME, that is Udyam registration. You can get this registration online and the process is very simple. You may find the link of this portal in the description. Next requirement, you should have participated in eligible tenders and paid bid security, or you should have executed eligible contracts and paid performance security. We'll shortly discuss what are these eligible tenders and eligible contracts. Now, the security money that you have so paid should have been forfeited, and this could be because say you have quoted but you have not accepted the order and not made the supply, or let's say you have accepted the order but not supplied, or let's say some damages have been recovered. That is, let's say you have made the supply but you have supplied after the due date of delivery. So liquidated damages have been deducted. Now, liquidated damage or LD is a fine for delayed deliveries. Or let's say you have not at all supplied and risk purchase clause was initiated. Now, risk purchase is buying similar goods or services from some other vendor because you have not made the supply, and the money that is payable to the other vendor would be recovered from you. Or you are debarred, that is disqualified from participating in any tenders. If you fulfill these requirements, that is if you have Udyam registration and if you are part of eligible tenders or eligible contracts, then you are the eligible beneficiary. Let's now talk about eligible tenders or eligible contracts. Now, these tenders or contracts should have been for supply of goods or services to central government entities. These entities could be ministries, government departments, attached or subordinated offices, autonomous bodies, central public sector enterprises, central public sector banks, financial institutions, and so on. Next requirement is time period should have been from 19th Feb 2020 to 31st March 2022. For instance, in case of tenders, if the bid security is forfeited or if you are debarred, then if the date of closing of the tender was from 19th Feb 2020 to 31st March 2022, then such tenders are eligible tenders. Now, in case of contracts where the performance security is forfeited or liquidated damages have been deducted, or if you are debarred, then if the date of delivery or completion is from 19th Feb 2020 to 31st March 2022, then such contracts are eligible contracts. But in case of risk purchase, original date of delivery or completion is relevant. For instance, let's say you had entered into a contract with NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, which is a central public sector enterprise, and this is for supply of some goods or services. Let's say the date of delivery mutually agreed was on or before 31st Jan 2020. And let's assume you have not made this supply, so risk purchase clause was initiated and some other vendor had completed delivery from 19th Feb 2020 to 31st March 2022, let's say on 1st September 2020. Now, this is not an eligible contract because here the original date of delivery is before 19th Feb 2020. Now, if these conditions are fulfilled, then such tenders or contracts would be eligible tenders or eligible contracts. Now, if you are an eligible beneficiary and if you are part of eligible tender or contract, then you are eligible to claim refund or apply for revocation. First, let's talk about refund. If the money that you have paid is towards performance security, then you can get refund up to 95% of the security money that you have paid. Then, if liquidated damages are deducted or damages under risk purchase is recovered, then you can get back 95% of such deduction or recovery. And if the money that you have paid is towards bid security, then you can get back 95% of the security money. So the crux here is you can get back 95% of your money and the remaining 5% is going to be loss. And you're not entitled to claim any interest on this 95% refund. Now let's talk about revocation. If you apply for revocation of debarment, then the buyers would issue you the appropriate order and the date of the order would be treated as the date of revocation. But for the interim period, that is from the date of debarment to the date of revocation, if you have incurred any loss, then you can't claim anything. Once you're sure you can claim refund or you can apply for revocation, how exactly can you do? For this, you need to register yourself on the GEM portal, that is Government e-Marketplace. Once you register, you need to log into your account and submit your claim for refund or apply for revocation. But before you can do that, you need to have certain documents with you, that is the contract or tender document and claim specific document. Say for instance, if you are applying for revocation of debarment, then you need to have debarment order. If the claim is related to refund of security money, then you should have supporting documents for having paid the security money. And if this is related to refund of damages, then you should have documents in support of the deduction or recovery. First, we are going to see the step-by-step process of registering yourself on the GEM portal. After that, we are going to log into the account and see how you can submit your claim for refund or how you can apply for revocation of debarment. Navigate to the GEM portal, sign up, sellers, Select the type of the organization or business. Here I have selected proprietorship. Check the appropriate boxes. Proceed. Scroll down and give your consent. In the tab Organization Details, enter name of your business. Click Next. In the Personal Verification tab, you need to provide details of your Aadhaar or personal PAN. Remember, here you have to provide details of your personal PAN. If the business is a proprietorship concern, then this is going to be the PAN of the proprietor. If the business is a company or firm, then this is going to be the PAN of the director or partner as applicable. Enter your PAN, name and date of birth. The details of your PAN would be verified. Enter your mobile phone number. OTP would be sent. Once you enter OTP, your mobile number would be verified. Select your role. If the business is a proprietorship concern, select proprietor. If it is a company or firm, then select owner. Click Next. In the tab Email Verification, enter your email ID. OTP would be mailed to you. Once you enter OTP, your email would be verified. Click Next. In the tab User Credentials, create user ID and password and click Create Account. With this, your account is created on the GEM portal. Let's now log into the account. Enter your user ID and CAPTCHA and click Submit. You would be prompted to enter password. Once you enter password, you would be able to log into your account. You can view your profile from My Account. Scroll down. In the tab Business PAN Validation, you need to validate PAN of your business. If the business is a proprietorship concern, then this is going to be same as that of the proprietor. But if it is a company or firm, you need to enter PAN of the company or partnership firm as applicable. Enter PAN, name of the organization and date. Click Proceed. In the tab Business Details, enter the date of incorporation. Remember, you can edit this only once, so be sure before you enter this information and click Proceed. In the tab Additional Details, in the field, do you have Udyam registration number certified by MSME? Select Yes and click Save. In the tab MSME, enter MSME registration number and your mobile phone number. Once you save this information, seller ID would be created. Let us now see how you can claim refund or apply for revocation. Click Vivad Se Vishwas1, New Claim Request. Select the type of contract or bid. If the contract or bid is raised on the GEM portal, select GEM, otherwise select non-GEM. Select claim type. For instance, if the claim is related to refund of bid security, select EMD refund. If this is related to revocation of debarment, select debarment revocation and so on. Enter contract or bid number and click Verify. If the contract or bid was raised on the GEM portal, then the remaining information would be auto-filled. Otherwise, you will have to enter this information manually. Then you need to upload relevant documents. For instance, if you are applying for refund of performance security, then you need to upload contract document as well as document in support of having paid performance security. Click I agree, validate CAPTCHA, submit, click OK. With this, your claim is submitted and the claim status here is pending. This means the claim is pending for action by the buyer. Now, once the buyer accepts your claim, then the status would be changed as approved. But if the buyer accepts your claim for a money which is less than your claim, then the status would be partially approved. Once the buyer makes the payment, the status would change as settled. If the buyer rejects your claim, then the status would be rejected and you would be able to know the reason for rejection. Before we wrap up, you need to remember few things here. 1. This scheme is valid till 30th June 2023. So if you are an eligible beneficiary, ensure to submit your application within this time limit. Next, if the buyer is not registered on the GEM portal, then you would not be able to claim refund or apply for revocation. So first buyer is required to register on the GEM portal. Only then you would be able to submit your application. Next, if the buyer is from Ministry of Railways, then instead of GEM portal, you need to use IREPS portal, that is Indian Railways e-procurement system portal. You may find the link of this portal in the description. The process is going to remain more or less the same. Last one, there is a dedicated helpline for this particular scheme. So if you have any queries or if you have any issues while you register yourself on these portals, or if there is some problem to submit your claim or to apply for revocation, then you may call this dedicated helpline. This is all I have for you today. Hope the video was informative. Thank you for watching.